Even though not all of Musk's ideas are as successful as others, he has been making things since he was a teenager. His first ideas were based on software and companies in this space. His vision has changed over time to include mass transportation and consumer goods. You've probably heard of Musk because of some of his big companies, like Tesla and SpaceX, but there's more to him than that. In this video, we will discuss top 5 inventions by Elon Musk. However, before we begin our countdown, we would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Let's get started. Number 5. Solar City. Musk and his cousin began Solar City together in 2006. Since they started, they have grown to become the second largest company in the country in this field. Solar City is the second largest solar power company in the United States. Its net income is $102 million. Even though they are in California, they serve certain areas in more than 10 other states. They also give people in Columbia District solar power. They are now working on a way to store energy from the sun. So, people will not only be able to use solar power during the day, but also at night. This other company works closely with Tesla Motors as well. They want to set up free charging stations for people who drive these cars on Route 101 between San Francisco and Los Angeles. Number 4. Phone calls based on the web. In 1997, Musk had an idea that would let people use their computers to make landline phone calls. After a few years, he got a patent for the idea, 2001. When compared to Skype, his idea was pretty simple. With his idea, all you have to do is find people online, click on them, and call them. A call center connects the caller to the person they want to talk to. Number 3. Hyperloop. Musk's Hyperloop is one of his most ambitious projects ever. He started this way of getting around almost 10 years ago. The system is designed to make it much faster to get from Los Angeles to San Francisco. Once they finish building the Hyperloop, people will be able to get between these two cities in almost half an hour. This will be faster than flying, so you can get to either city more quickly. The rail system will be put in a tube by Hyperloop. The goal is to make the air pressure go down. Theoretically, if there is low pressure, the drag will go down, letting it go about 800 miles per hour. In the meantime, the amount of power used will go down a lot. The plan is still on paper, and the idea is still just a thought. But Hyperloop is still working hard to make it happen. In 2023, this project will be started for the first time. It will go through Quay Valley, California, for about 5 miles. But the cost of technology and land is the biggest problem with this project. It's what's taking so long to make the project happen. Number 2. SpaceX. SpaceX is another company and idea that Musk has made, just like Tesla Motors. This aerospace company is well known all over the world for its work in this field. Musk started SpaceX to make it cheaper to send things to space. One of the most important goals of SpaceX is to help people live on Mars. The Falcon 9 and Falcon 1 rockets that this company owns are made to be used more than once. Because of this, it costs less to make a new one from scratch. So far, the company has sent goods to the ISS on about 6 missions, International Space Station. They have also made a deal with NASA to take people to and from the space station. But they did have a setback when Falcon 9 blew up after it was launched. After that happened, they stopped sending people into space and tried to figure out what went wrong. Number 1. Electric cars, Tesla Motors. When people talk about Tesla these days, they can't help but think of Musk. In the same way, when you talk about Elon Musk, a lot of people think of Tesla. Tesla is a public company that makes electric cars. Even more impressive is the fact that the company's stocks have grown in value over the past few years. Exactly, Tesla is 700% more valuable than it was 2.5 years ago. At the time this article is being written, one share costs about $213. Wall Street's expectations were not met by Tesla's third-quarter results, which were not as good as they could have been. Still, the company made a lot of money, $1.24 billion. Their cars, especially the newest ones like the Model 3, are in high demand. This model says it can go 200 miles and costs about $35,000. But the company is still having trouble keeping up with demand by making more. So they have a plan to sell $500 million worth of shares to raise money for capital expenditures. So that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to get all latest updates.